Hey you guys, how are you doing? Welcome to Swan Dynasty Insight. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. I'm really excited for you to be here. Really excited for this reading for you guys today. This is going to be a reading about what your spiritual and intuitive psychic abilities are. And I'm just going to give you an idea of, how you have a tendency to use these gifts. Whether you realize that you have these gifts or not. Some things may seem like, oh, that's normal. Some people just do these. Some people just do this, and others don't really, prefer to. But also, what you'll come to realize is that these are ways that you tap into your intuitive abilities. So, we will look into this first, and then also we will have a conversation with your spirit guides and your spiritual team and what they want you to know right now. Any messages that they are trying to get across to you, okay? So here are the three piles that I have for you. Pile number one, or it's not even a pile, but option number one with the ringing bell. And then option number two with the singing bowl. And then option number three is my Athame. Okay, so go ahead and pick your option. Choose with your intuition. Alright, so we're going to get started with option number one. Hey there, option number one. You chose the ringing bell. So what is your spiritual gifts? I want you guys to know that because you chose the ringing bell, this does tell me that your spiritual gift is the gift of clairsentience. Basically, this means that you are able to feel this is the higher octave of an empath. This means that you can tell how other people are feeling emotionally, physically. People tend to feel safe around you, as if they can tell you anything. They tend to open up pretty quickly toward. People tend to open up fairly quickly around you. You have the power to banish negative spirits and energies who come near you, or even the people that you love. And also with this ability, you're able to receive info from physical objects as well as houses. Being able to get information from being in public areas or just being outside, you gain information about what has taken place or what has happened from these objects and the experiences. You're able to see in other people's past lives and past experiences, as well as worlds before our own. You have, so also you guys with this ability, you have a hard time being in crowds, especially because of your high sensitivity to other people's energy. And people should really listen to you when you say that your gut doesn't like someone, because it's usually right. And also because you're so sensitive and emotional, sensitive to the emotional nature of other people, animals, and spirits, you are very sensitive, and you can, be prone to crying over and becoming an emotional mess over like sad films or movies. You just feel their energy, you feel their emotions so deeply. You experience suffering when others do because you care so much. Alright, so I hope that gave you some insight into your spiritual abilities as a clairsentient. So, just so you know, this is definitely more of a psychic ability than being an empath. A lot of people do confuse the two. So, let's have a conversation with your spiritual team. What is your spirit guides? What do your spirit guides need you to know right now? There are people who chose the what do their spirit guides, please? Want to communicate with them. What do your spirit guides want you to know right now? So they have, we're going to get three messages. We're going to do one at a time. So the first one to come out is critical thinking and strategy, making long-range plans. Alright, so this has to do with This could be current in your life, you know, it's current long-term plans that you guys are making at the moment for your future, okay? Yeah. You guys are trying to make some plans, and your guides are here to remind you to be strategic in how you are going about these plans. Okay. What do you need your people to know? Okay, so what do your spirit guides want you guys to know about this? So we have the King of Pentacles. You guys are trying to be in your power, financially stable, okay? You know, this is you planning. What your guides are here to remind you is to make plans for your future that are in alignment with, you know, where you stand. You guys have a lot of financial power, and so that you have the ability to invest your money into anything that you really want, okay? With this Five of Wands in reverse, I do feel like you guys are afraid of conflict, okay? There's this need for you to be in your power, but there's this fear of conflict as well, especially given the fact that you guys are clairsentient, and knowing that as you rise up to your power, to, you know, a higher position of status, there are going to be people who are intimidated by you, and I feel as though you guys are not wanting this to be the outcome. You guys have no intention of overpowering other people. However, this is going to most likely be perceived this way depending on your approach. Now, this is, you know, this has a lot to do with your business, okay? You guys are entrepreneurs, you're business owners, or you're meant to be. But I do feel as though there's this also fear of your personal power. Here's the Queen of Cups. It's important to show compassion, especially when you are, you know, towards yourself and to others, especially when you are trying to climb, you know, the ladder to success. Your guides want you to recognize, you know, that compassion does go a long way. Helps to resolve issues and conflicts between people. I do see that with the Tower being here in reverse. This is saying that you guys have been through so much about in your life, to the point where any kind of sudden eruption in your life or change at this point would not be very surprising to you, but also it is important for you to be able to prepare yourself for this situation. In case anything does ever happen in the future, it's always important to have a backup plan, to know how you can come to always have like a backup, you know, approach. Know that whatever it is that you are trying to achieve is going to take commitment. You know, you're going to have to allow yourself to be fully present and devoted. I see here that you guys have a tendency to give too much of your time and your love and affection to other people who are struggling, to the point where you forget to focus on yourself and your own personal success. Therefore, you are more likely to have a commitment towards the people that you care about rather than towards your own personal goals. And this is going to ultimately set you up for failure if you do not get grounded and to create a plan for yourself and stick with it. It's time for you guys to be ready to, create a plan and then move forward with this plan fearlessly, and to not let outside influences or, what people may have to say, stop you from going after what you want. You will have to have you will have to be more cold-hearted in a sense. Not saying that you don't care for others, because you do, but it is time for you to focus on what is important to you. That way there aren't a lot of distractions, and that way you can channel your ideas and thoughts so that you can actually create a practical and tangible plan for your future in the long run. Okay, so that is the first message that your guides have for you. And now we will look and see, let's see what else your guides have to say. Alright, let's see what else your guys have to say. What do your guides need you to know right now? What else do your guides need you to know right now? You guys, for those who picked the ringing bell, what their spirit guides need them to know right now? Okay, so we have, we have your sacred space, motherhood, and providing a safe home for healing. So this is about your own personal sacred space, where no matter what happens in this world, no matter who is in your life, you always have a safe and sacred place to always come back home to. A place where you can always be yourself, with no judgment, free to be who you are and express yourself authentically. A place where you can completely heal yourself after extremely painful events. What do your spirit guides need you to know at this time about this? Five of Wands is coming up again. Okay. You guys have a hard time creating your sacred space, all right? You have a tendency to, you have a lot of conflicts between yourself and other people that you love, that you care about. With this card is how I'm seeing it. Because you can tell by the energy, especially as clairsentients, you can tell by the energy of this card that these two people do not hate each other, nor do they want to be angry. If anything, they would rather come to a peaceful resolution. You guys have a tendency to put priority on your relationships before you put relationships on yourself. But this is especially due to a fear of people not respecting your space, or just being understanding of the fact that you guys need time to rejuvenate and to heal. Okay, so that's coming up again. King of Pentacles is here in reverse. Yeah, you guys are really, you have a tendency to surrender your power, your place of authority, for the sake of other people. And this your guides are wanting you to be aware of this, because this is only going to make it seem impossible for you guys to heal. Here's a Nine of Cups in reverse. I feel as though you guys are, the reason why, one big reason why you guys are struggling to, reclaim your personal power and to take back, what is rightfully yours in terms of your personal space, your sacred space, your personal energy, is because, maybe throughout your life you have been accused of being selfish and only caring about yourself. However, there's absolutely nothing wrong with self-love and needing to take time for yourself, to have that sacred space where, you know, you will always be happy no matter what is going on in your life or in this world or in your relationships. But this is your fear, and this is, you know, there's a need for you guys to also, for some of you guys, what a message is coming through is overindulgence. Okay, this is not, you know, your sacred space should be a place where there are no negative influences such as addictions, over drinking, overeating, things like that. Okay, and these are some of the things that you need to change in your sacred space so that it can become more holy for you. You guys have a lot of spiritual wisdom about life, about yourself, about people, about you know, just a lot of things in this world, and you're very intuitive, and this should be part of your practice, is what I'm picking up, because, you know, for your sacred space, you guys, whether you are religious or you're just spiritual and you like to pray or you like to meditate, however it is for you, however you connect with the source and the divine, and you get your spiritual intuitive downloads, right? This needs to be part of your, you know, part of your, like, make room for this, okay? You know, make sure that you create a space where you won't be disturbed while you are tuning in. And then also here with the Three of Cups in reverse, it is okay to be Alice in Wonderland. It is okay if you prefer to be introverted, and to have, you know, your small circle of animal friends over people. You know, sometimes you really need time for yourself, because, you know, if you allow yourself to be drained by everybody and their needs from you, then, you know, it will be hard for you to process your own emotions, aside from the people that you have been connecting with, because then you know, you have a strong tendency to confuse how you are feeling with the feelings of other people, and therefore you forget to take care of yourself because of this overindulgence in the emotions and the needs of others. Your sacred space is a place where you develop your vision for the future, where you have any clear insight into where you even want to be in life. And without this sacred space, you are just constantly wondering what is out there for you and not really knowing, you know, exactly what it is that you're going after. And it is important for you to, you know, make time for yourself so that you can have the clear vision of, you know, where it is that you are headed and where you are trying to get to. Okay? Now let's look at see what else, the last message from your spirit guides, and just generally what they want you to know. For those who chose the ringing bell, please. What is the third thing that your spirit guides would like them to know at this time? For those who chose option number 1, what do your spirit guides want them to know at this time? Okay. You have humanitarian causes, charity, and sharing your resources for others' benefits. Okay, so definitely I do, and you know, kind of in conjunction with what we were just seeing in the last message, it seems as though part of your vision, you guys, is to help other people somehow. You guys care so much about other people, and you want to be able to do something. You're just not sure exactly what that is, and I feel this is what really breaks your heart, because you have, you know, you watch other people in suffering often, and you know, you want to see a better world where there's more harmony and less conflict, but you have yet to figure out how to achieve that. And ironically, you know, this does have to do with, you know, making time for ourselves so that we can actually gain these answers. The more you, ironically, the more time you spend around other people, the more you're going to end up confused and not actually knowing what you want. So let's see. So this is a card that flipped over. We'll look at that one last. So here is the Ten of Wands. Like I was saying, you guys feel such a heavy burden knowing that people in the world are experiencing suffering, knowing that there's not much you can do but look outside your window and hope that everything's going to be okay. I feel that this makes you not only does it fill your heart with pain, but also I feel a lot of like anger and frustration. Like you just, like, how can this be? How can I not have the power to help the, you know, people overcome the struggles that are taking place, especially with the authority figures in the world right now. There's so much anger and frustration towards, you know, those that are in power. You see them sitting in their throne doing, you know, what they have been doing, and yet, you know, you notice that there's so many burdens in the world, and you're trying to contemplate, you know, how you can help the situation. You guys really want to be able to reach out. And with this Eight of Cups being here, you guys are ready to leave behind. You guys feel very overwhelmed by the system, and you want to leave it behind. I feel you guys really want to be able to change the system so that there are more loving people in power rather than the people that only think about money and success. Okay, because it is such a heavy burden on you guys that, you know, you want to find a way that you can help heal the emotional wounds of the world, the people that are under this authority that have no control. The Tower reversed. You guys really want to see a change. You also understand that change is inevitable. You see that there are major changes taking place now. A question from your guides. If there was an opportunity for you guys to help, would you do it? Even if it was something that you never thought that you would ever step up to do, will you do it? Your guides are asking you that question right now because I do see that there's going to be an opportunity coming towards you where you can help. Here is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you guys, your guides want you to think about that question, because if you can take action, if you can step up to authority, would you do it? If you knew that your guides were also supporting you on this path to make the changes that you were trying to seek, okay? That you were trying to manifest in your reality, will you take action? Four of Swords in reverse. Understand that things will take time, yes, and it's hard to know exactly how long it's going to be, you know, if you know how much work it's going to take for you to, you know, to put in, and you guys are really overthinking, you know, what it would be like rather than actually taking the action. You know, I feel that strongly you truly desire to, you know, but you're struggling to actually get up and make the time to create a plan. So then this is the card that flipped over, is the Eight of Swords reverse. Yep, you guys are feeling restricted by these fears about what you can possibly do. However, with the Eight of Swords in reverse, you're coming to the understanding, you know, especially after this reading, your guides want you to think about that question. If there is an opportunity coming to you where you can stand up to authority, will you take action? That is the question that your guides have for you, and you guys are responsible for your answer. Okay. With the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, we do know that for you guys, this is coming from a place of love. You guys have so much love to give, and you really want to be able to help make the world a better place, and that is really beautiful. Alright, so now before I close this video, we're going to get just some inspiration from your spirit guides, some words of encouragement, I guess you can say, from our word mystical wisdom oracle deck. Just some words of encouragement from your spiritual team right now, okay? Ooh, all right. So we've got epiphany, seek clarity. You guys are coming, you are waking up to your calling in this lifetime. You are coming to understand exactly why you are here and what it is that you are really trying to achieve. So we've got new beginnings. Begin your new life, and choices make the best choices. You guys have a decision to make, especially because there's an opportunity coming your way. And this decision is definitely going to have a really huge impact on your life, and it's going to be a whole new experience, you know, a new beginning, a totally different experience than what you have ever thought of, okay? So thanks you guys so much for being here with me on this reading. It was a really beautiful reading, and it was really awesome to get to know you. And if you like this video, if it resonated at all, please leave me a comment and let me know. I would really appreciate your feedback and your thoughts, and it would be really nice to hear from you. So don't be afraid to follow me on Facebook and Instagram so you can see what is coming up. I will try, and also I do daily readings on a daily basis, Monday through Saturday, or Friday actually, yeah, Monday through Friday. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, I do have information in the description box, so you can look into that, and we will get you set up. Alright, hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hey there, option number 2, you guys chose the singing bowl. So the question is, what are your spiritual and intuitive gifts? So you guys who chose this singing bowl tells me that you guys are clairaudient. You receive intuitive messages through music, and you also have direct communication with spirits and spirit guides as well. You may experience ringing in your ears fairly often because of your spirit guides trying to communicate with you. And also, you guys are, you know, you have a tendency to talk to yourself. You probably enjoy talking to yourself and making conversation. You know, even if it makes you look weird, or you may just prefer to do this in private. And also, sometimes you will catch yourself doing it. You'll catch yourself off guard talking to yourself. And this is because this is one of the ways that you channel messages and responses from spirit. You have an incredible original and creative ideas because of your ability to tune in. And also, when you sing or when you speak, it's as if the whole world hears you. They hear something powerful when you guys speak and when you have something to say. And also, just depending on your personality, whether, you know, especially if you're more introverted, also, you know, having this ability, knowing that people hear you speak and are very drawn to your voice, this can make you feel very shy and soft-spoken at this as well, okay? Until you become used to this ability that you have. However, when you do speak about what you believe in or what's important to you, you can seduce crowds, and you can become a powerful channel straight from the divine. Okay, so these are your ability. This is the primary ability that you guys have when you chose this option. So next, we're just going to look and see what three things that your spirit guides need you to know right now. And then when we close this reading, we will get to some words of encouragement from spirit and some just general advice and encouragement, okay? So let's have a look and see what 3 things your spirit guides need you to know right now. For those who chose option number 2, the singing bowl, what do your spirit guides want them to know at this time. For those who chose option number 2, the singing bowl. What do their spirit guides want them to know at this time? Okay, so the first one that we have, it says professionalism and what you are the most skilled at, certifications and achievements. So you guys definitely have some kind of ability, and this can have to do with your, like, this can mean that you guys, some of you guys are musicians, okay? Some of you are musicians. I'm also picking up writers, public speakers, okay? You guys have a very incredible skill and ability that you know, you have the potential of becoming basically a professional at, you know, where you can have a lot of you know, you can earn a lot of like certifications throughout your life if you were to use these skills in your professions, in your career. So what is it that your spirit guides want you to know about this? Okay, so we have the moon in reverse. A lot of you guys are struggling to put yourself out there. With the moon in reverse, you have a lot of subconscious fears about, you know, where this is going to lead you. You know, if you were to allow yourself to get deep into this what you are passionate about is what I'm feeling. You know, there's so much potential in you, and I feel as though you guys know this. And maybe you have been hearing a lot of, you know, you get a lot of credit. Maybe a lot of people praise you for what you do. A lot of people say, wow, you are amazing. You are so good at this. How do you do that? You are incredible. But also there is this fear of the spotlight, okay? Because we're here with the moon, which is all about the shadows, the subconscious mind, and our fears, as well as, excuse me, as well as our deep emotions and our deep intuitive thoughts. So you guys are trying to overcome the fears that you have surrounding your actual abilities and talents, because this is something that's going to actually support you in your life. Then we have the Four of Swords. Your spirit guides want you to, they want you to ease your mind. There's a lot of thinking and planning about, like, wondering about how you can actually use this as an investment. You guys are very logical people, where you know, understand that just because you are skilled at something does not mean that it is ultimately going to be your success. However, this is something that you guys have been thinking about for some time, and your spirit guides want you to take a break from the overwhelming thoughts in your mind, and understand that things take time, especially if you are investing in some kind of, you know, future and career for yourself. Allow yourself to meditate on, you know, what you really want to do, and trust that the answers are going to come to you, okay? With the Chariot being here, you guys are about to move forward very, very quickly in your career. You guys see, like I was saying, there's a lot of potential for you guys. You guys have been through a lot in your life, and part of the skills that you have, that you are a pro at, a professional, is how well you are able to balance your light and your darkness, where you have really good control over your emotions, over, you know, the things that stress you out. And I feel this is what people see in you. But there is, like I said, this fear of the spotlight, because you are aware of this in yourself to some extent, to some degree, where you know that you will get very much ahead in life. And people are definitely aware that you, when you go after something, you are not going to stop and wait for just anybody, because you understand that wherever you want to be headed is much more important to you. And then we have the Magician. So you guys are co-creating with the universe, and you understand what it takes to manifest your vision into reality, especially, you know, something you guys have been envisioning for a long time, you know, and your spirit guides want you to know that this vision that you have is absolutely coming into fruition. You are about to step into your power of authority, but also just your position, where people see you as like high ranked in whatever it is that you do. This can be like a promotion for a lot of you guys. Your spirit guides want you to know that some of you guys are getting a promotion in your career. You are stepping up your power, place of position in your career. With the Six of Pentacles being in reverse, I do feel that there's a lack of, it seems to you guys that there's a lack of abundance in your career, where you are at currently. You guys need to be aware of, if you know, this place, if this thing of power, this Chariot energy, this Magician energy, make sure that it is not coming from a place of ego, because I do feel that a lot of you guys are not wanting to give back. For, you know, learn, your spirit guides want you to learn how to use your abilities to also give back to the world, because I do feel as though you guys have had a lot given to you at some point in your life, and it's time for you to also learn how to give that back, and to, you know that it is good to be confident and proud of who you are and in your power, right, in the long run. And also, don't be afraid to receive for others of you, right? There's a need for you guys to be open to receiving this abundance that is coming through. And then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So what this is telling me is that you guys are really struggling to even believe in your power, despite knowing that you are this magician and that you have a lot of harness and control over your life to move forward. You fear that, you know, once you get to this place of power and status, that you're not actually going to be respected for what it is that you do. However, you know, it is important, your spirit guides want you to, you know, remain in your power and to trust that, you know, this is going to ultimately work out in your favor. And to definitely believe in your power, but to also see it from a place of light and not a place of, you know, fearing that, you know, you will not be respected for what you love. Because when you do what you love, then that is the energy that surrounds anyone that comes into your field. And so that is the energy that you would be putting out and you would be receiving as well. If you guys are seeking respect for what you do, then just make sure you have complete respect for yourself. Alright, so then we're going to look at a second message for you guys. I'm just going to shuffle these cards back in the deck. What else do you, option number 2, spirit guides need them to know right now? What do your spirit guides need you to know at the moment? For those who chose the singing bowl, what is option number 2? Spirit guides need them to know right now for the singing bowl. Alright, so we have services, supplying needs for oneself or others, such as food, towels, and bedding. So I was just saying that. So I do think your spirit guides are putting some emphasis on your need to be, for one, take care of your needs, be open to receiving, and also, you know, don't be afraid to give back as well, especially for people who have really helped you along the way. You know, make sure you are especially expressing gratitude. So what is option number 2's spirit guides? What do your spirit guides need you to know at the moment? Okay. Option number 2, what do their spirit guides need you to know at the moment? So here we have the Nine of Pentacles. As your needs are met, then you are able to meet the needs of others. I see with this Nine of Pentacles, your spirit guides want you to feel good in yourself and to get to the point to know that you are already good enough as you are, And you guys have a lot of abundance and things in your life to be grateful for, okay? I see that your spirit guides need to remind you of this, especially if you have been having some insecurities as of lately about just your personal achievements in your life. There's this energy of wanting more. Your spirit guides want you to be abundant right now and to be grateful for everything that you do have already. Allow yourself to play and be free as well. I see with this Knight of Wands here in reverse. There is you guys are wanting to be freed. A lot of you guys struggle to see yourself in the service industry. But your spirit guides are reminding you that this is part of who you are. However, because this Knight of Wands is in reverse, it seems as though you are trying to shy away from this place of influence. I feel as though you guys know that you have a certain energy about you that is just very attractive and very magnetic. But you are trying to keep yourself away from the spotlight so that other people don't have to come towards you to ask you for anything, for you to share your energy in any sort of way. And sometimes that is all this is about. Your spirit guides are trying to encourage you guys to open up. I feel as though, you guys have a very open heart chakra, or you need to be able to open your heart chakra to be able to receive, first of all, to be open to receiving, but also, the sacral chakra. You guys need to you guys have to work on your sacral chakra. That is what's blocked here. The sacral chakra is about intimacy. Sometimes you guys are very much used to providing for your own needs, but in your life, your spirit guides are asking you to be ready to share your energy, because there's going to be people that come towards you. With Temperance in reverse, you guys, again, with the masculine and feminine energy within you, needs to have a balance. I feel as though you guys have a very, very developed masculine energy where you're very self-sufficient and able to take care of yourself, provide for yourself. But it's hard for you to provide for the needs of other people. It's not so much that you don't care about other people, but that, you are struggling to let people in emotionally into your personal life, because you were so used to being independent and you're so good on your own. But your spirit guides are needing you to be able to release this, and to for you to be able to achieve higher goals in your life is what they're saying. You need to be able to let people in. With the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's important for you guys to stay focused on your work, and also, knowing that whatever it is that you're trying to achieve is going to take time, it's going to take persistence, and to really go with the flow, the tides of the, this is why, like, especially with the phases of the moon being here, like I was saying, you guys have a more open, like, solar plexus. Maybe like you have a stronger connection with your masculine energy about, asserting yourself when you need to, but also just like focusing on your own goals, focusing on your own life, not so much being open and receptive to the femininity within you. And also, that feminine energy is also able to, that's why it's important to be in alignment with both the masculine and feminine energy, because although you are trying to achieve abundance, right, you're trying to maintain your place in your position at work, but also, it's important for you to maintain your relationship so that you continue to have a positive persona that the people see, right? Where they know that you are trustworthy and approachable, and that, if they were to ever need you for anything, they could come to you. That is the kind of message that is coming through. But we have the Five of Swords here, so it does seem like this is definitely a challenge for you, because here he is, I feel like there's a lot of, it looks like ice, like he's standing behind like a snow mountain or icy, I don't know, looks like ice. But what I'm trying to say is, it does give you guys kind of a headache to try and think about that kind of thing, like especially, when you guys hear services and supplying needs for, oneself and also for others, you probably kind of cringed a little bit, because it's like you don't see yourself being a nurse, you don't see yourself being anyone's counselor or even someone's, shoulder to cry on. That's just not necessarily your field of expertise. However, it is also something that you guys need to find the balance. You have to find that balance as well. Now with the Three of Swords here, this does mean that you guys are experiencing a lot of heartbreak in regards to like your emotions, and also a message that was coming through when the Temperance card came out is that a lot of you guys have a broken relationship with your mother, and this is something that you have to heal. You definitely this is something that really needs to heal in order for you to truly be able to have that balance in your relationships and your connections in general, okay? Even in business partnerships, it is absolutely necessary for you to be able to flourish. You guys have a lot of like emotional trauma and wounding to work through. However, your spirit guides want you to know that you are strong. You are strong enough to overcome and, overcome these woundings, these pains that you have been through, that has blocked off your heart from being able to let other people in emotionally, okay? Now, we're going to get one more message before we close out this reading, okay? Before we close out this reading. Let's see, oops. For those who chose the symbol, what do their spirit guides need for them to know at this time? For those who chose the symbol, please, spirit. What do their spirit guides need for them to know at this time? For those who chose the symbol. Okay. Here is critical thinking and strategy, making long-range plans. So this has to do with, as it says, guys, being able to strategize for your future. This means, when you have a vision about something a goal that you have, right? But then also what it takes, what that goal takes is a very solid plan, step by step, affordable, accurate, and making sure that you know how to get from point A to point B in a timely manner, in a way that ultimately carries out your objective. So what does this have to do with? What do your spirit guides want you to know about this? And also, as clairaudience, it's another message your spirit guides are saying is to be able to listen to other people is going to really help you with this healing process, is to allow yourself to listen to people when they come to you and need your support, okay? So what is this critical thinking about? The Knight of Pentacles. This is about you taking your time and understanding that you will have progress over the course of the time as you continue putting one foot in front of the other. Going one step at a time, and knowing that nothing happens overnight, and it is going to take your practical planning and persistence for you guys to get to the goal that you're trying to get to, okay? Have patience. Know that the suit of the Knights is that energy, that archetype of that determination, knowing that you're going to ultimately get what you want, and that you are very careful and strategic in how to get there. Now with the Four of Cups here, I do see that your spirit guides want you to be aware of you being stuck in your head and thinking about these plans that you have for your future, but also not actually taking action, because you have been just telling yourself that it's meaningless, right? Even if you have been taking action, if you are taking action while you're simultaneously in the energy of this is not good for me, or it's not like it makes me happy anyway, or maybe not, like no good things ever happen to me, then ultimately you are just planting the seeds for your own, unhappiness. That is what exactly you are going to be manifesting. The Empress in reverse, when a mother is pregnant with her child, it is her duty, her responsibility to take care of her physical body as well as the one that is growing inside of her. It is important for you guys to know that this is, what you are trying to create is, eventually you're going to give birth, right? Once you have started something, you either take care of this now as it is, and you give your best to this creation, or, you risk the chance of completely losing it. And I feel you guys you don't want that to happen. I feel that's why the Four of Cups energy is here, because you're trying to find the meaning in what you are doing. So, look at the situation from a place of love rather than from a place of lack. Because if you do not love what you are planting, then you are not going to give birth to anything beautiful. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, you guys are trying, a lot of you guys, okay, specifically here, are, soon to be parents and trying to build a family, or this is your long-term goal, okay? You are trying to you are trying to get to the place where you can create a family. You need to be able to believe in this vision and understand, right? Again, it's going to take time. It's going to take your learning experiences, because the Knight of Pentacles is also about learning as you go, okay? And know that, there are going to be a lot of things that you don't understand, but if you look too far into the future, you tell yourself that it's going to ultimately not be a good experience, that is exactly what you are going to create. Your spirit guides want you to know, those of you here that are in a very loving and beautiful connection, with the person who truly loves you as much as you love them. The feelings are mutual. Both you and your partner are looking towards this, future of building a family, and wanting to create something with this, with the person in your life. And your spirit guides want you to focus on this rather than the what ifs, and rather than focusing on what's going to happen when we get there. Or even if you feel that you are worlds apart, because there's the image of the earth in the Empress's, belly. And I feel, you guys, your spirit guides are asking you to have patience and to trust the process, okay? And to not foresee an outcome that has not even arrived yet. With the Six of Pentacles being here, your spirit guides want you to be aware of overspending for some of you, and over giving of your time and your energy, okay? Excuse me. Yeah, that is the message coming through, is that especially with the Knight of Pentacles, you guys need to make time for yourself, okay? And also, allow there to be a balance of giving space to your partner as well. With the Six of Pentacles, there has to be there needs to be a balance of giving time to one another, so that each of you can, focus on what you are trying to do. Let's say, for example, in a connection where the masculine is out doing work, right, and gathering the money, and getting the things that provides for this family, while the feminine is, her responsibility, again, her duty is to take care of that child that is, that life that is growing within her, being a space of nurturing and giving. There must be a balance, okay? Another message coming through from your spirit guides with this Four of Cups is the sense of longing and just kind of feeling alone when there's no need. With this Two of Cups being here, there is definitely a mutual love between you and this person, this connection that you were in, especially if this is, for some of you, this is for love specifically, and then also for others, this is for business. Okay, your spirit guides are saying, especially if you're in a business partnership, make sure you guys are giving each other the amount of space that you need, but also being dependable towards each other in this connection, and know that what kind of outcome you were trying to create really depends on both of you working together. Okay, so lastly, as we close out this reading, I'm just going to get a few words of encouragement from Spirit, some advice, and let's see what Spirit has to say. You guys who chose option number 2, Spirit, what words of encouragement do you have? Any spiritual advice? For those who chose the singing bowl, Spirit, do you have any advice or words of encouragement? We have 7 heavenly virtues, keys to goodness. That is all about your faith and hope, right? Having faith and having hope and believing that, that miracles do happen, that, there are good things in life, and, especially that whatever it is that you are dreaming of can become a reality if you open your heart and allow yourself to receive. We've got the owl. It says follow your intuition. Trust that you guys are following the path that is in alignment with your highest good, and to know that you are not leading yourself in any kind of situation that will make you unhappy. Your spirit guides and Spirit wants you to know right now that your intuition is correct. What you believe your intuition is telling you, especially with the keys to goodness, your intuition is trying to let you know that you are on a good path for yourself, a very, very beautiful path. And it's time for you to be open to receiving this. You've got face your fears, release the power of fear. It's time for you to let go of the fear that you are feeling inside of your heart, and especially your throat chakra. You guys are struggling to communicate how you are feeling because of these fears. There's a lot of, and also there's some green in here, so like the heart chakra, the throat chakra, being able to be vulnerable and open and to receive love, as well to speak your truth. Okay, at the bottom is discover your courage. Okay, you guys need to be courageous. Know that whatever it is that you are going after right now, you need to be courageous and to believe. Okay, believe that this is right for you, that this is the path for you. Be happy, be confident in what it is that you are going after, and release that fear, because there's no room for it, there is no place for it here. Alright, so I hope that this reading was resonant for you guys. I would really appreciate if you leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this reading. Like this video, please, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It was really an honor to be able to read for you today. I really enjoyed your energy, and I really look forward to your future. And stay tuned. I do daily readings Monday through Friday. If you guys want to hang out with me every morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And also, if you want to book a personal reading with me, I do have information in the description box. And yeah, feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram too at Swan Dynasty 88. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hey guys. So you chose my Athame. Her name is Raven. She picked it herself. Intuitively, of course. So obviously, if you guys chose the Dagger, then you are definitely people to not be messed with, okay? And that doesn't go to say that people probably misunderstand you all the time. So let's find out what kind of spiritual abilities that you have. So if you chose the Athame, then the intuitive, what I got from Spirit, you guys, is that you guys are clairvoyants. What this means is you can see auras. You guys are able to see auras around people as well as objects. You may see orbs or floating objects too. You also have knowledge of the collective universe, and therefore have access to the Akashic library. Throughout your life, you guys will also you will be prone to having premonitions in various forms, such as through your dreams. This can happen when you're asleep or when you're awake, as well as, through signs and symbols. As clairvoyants, you also love to daydream and have an incredible and rich, vast, and imagination. You guys have a very rich and vast imagination. So, you guys also tend to believe in soulmates and mythologies. Your dreams are incredibly intense, and you also are able to astral travel and astral project, whether you know it or not. And also, you guys, you don't just believe in soulmates, not because it just sounds ideal, or, you don't just believe in soulmates and aliens or ghosts, right? At some point in your life, you guys have actually experienced encounters of some kind, right? With soulmates, with ghosts, with aliens, okay? You know what I'm talking about. You have seen this with your own eyes, so you guys have a belief from a very pure place, okay? You're able to understand how things work more clearly than, people around you. And so basically you're also able to predict the future events as well. And also, despite being a dreamer, you're also a master builder, as you're able to see far into the future and create a plan that will, you'll create a plan that is for sure to get you where you're trying to get, okay? So you guys are very intuitive clairvoyants, all right? So that's awesome. All right, so we're just gonna get right into this reading. We're gonna look at three. We're gonna pull three keywords out of here, one at a time. See what your spirit guides need you to know right now. Okay. So those who chose option number 3, this is Athame, Raven. Okay, we'll start with this one here. We're gonna be using the Penny Dreadful Tarot for you guys. Pile number 3. Oh, that's right. Let me read it to you. What does it say? It says, services and supplying needs for others as well as oneself, such as food, towels, and bedding. Okay. Interesting. So, for those who chose option number 3, the Athame, what do their spirit guides need them to know right now? What do you need? Okay. So here we go. Let's see, what does spirit need those who chose option number 3 to know right now? Your spirit guides. What do your spirit guides need you to know right now? Okay, so we've got services, supplying needs for oneself or others. So let's see what's going on. What does spirit need you guys to be aware of? The Hanged Man. Spirit's asking you guys to, Spirit wanted to stop you guys in your tracks, to ask you to stop and take a look at where you are coming from. What are you doing that is actually serving you, and what are you doing that is actually serving others, and where are you failing to serve yourself and others? Spirit needs you to take a step back right now and to see where your energy is actually being projected at the moment. Okay, this is what your spirit guides and spirit is channeling for you guys here. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you are not in the place to be serving others right now, okay? I feel as though you guys have a very generous spirit. However, if you have been giving of yourself too much, where you are fully in your Queen of Pentacles power, then you have definitely been overgiving of yourself, okay? And Spirit is asking you to have a look at this perspective, especially if like your spirit guides your spirit guide wants you to know. I feel like you guys have a specific spirit guide that is coming through that wants to communicate with you. It's like they want you to know, they know how much love you have to give, how much, just also in terms of like gifts, being very giving that you are. But how much do you really have to give right now is the message. Again, Queen of Cups. You guys have a lot of love to give. Your spirit guide wants you to know, you have been giving so much of yourself, and I feel like it's time for you guys to come back to yourself, because in this in this Queen of Cups, like in this Queen of Pentacles, she's got I believe this is a I want to say a goat, the animal that represents that like structure, that stability. And then in this one, she's got an eel behind her back. It's like going to attack her at any moment, and she doesn't even realize it, because she's making herself so vulnerable right now. Your spirit guides are asking you to watch your back, okay? With the Magician being here, I see that you guys are waking up to your true power at this time, and you're understanding how, you're understanding how you are just full of abundant energy. And I feel as though maybe people around you can see this, and it's important that you protect yourself, because you should be aware that there are going to be people who are only wanting your energy for themselves. With the High Priestess being in reverse, this is a very difficult kind of vision to have to wake up to, okay? This is something that is like this is like that occult hidden knowledge, okay? This is someone who, this is like being aware of the people in your life that actually have ill intention, okay? Who are actually trying to take your energy than they are to reciprocate it. With this Page of Cups being here, it does seem as though, your spirit guide wants you to be aware of, people who offer you a cup of love, where they say that there's love in this cup, but in reality there is, more of, just that snake kind of energy. It does seem like there's someone in your life that has been draining your energy. Now, I will say this, whoever it is that is in your life, it's also very possible that this person does not have any ill intentions, and that, however, they are just not even aware, especially like, for example, if you're an introvert and that person's an extrovert, and they just kind of expect you to be available all the time. If you have been giving too much of yourself, and especially to tend to their needs as well, it's time for you to go back within in yourself for some time. Make sure you ask for some space, okay? Yeah, so now let's look at the second thing that your spirit guides need you to know. That's some heavy stuff. That was heavy energy. I feel like you guys are very drained right now. What else do those who chose option number 3, this Athame, what do their spirit guide needs them to know right now? Okay, so we have place of birth and cultural origins and patterns. Okay, so what is Those who chose option number 3, Spirit guides need them to know about this, please, Spirit. Do option number 3, Spirit guides need them to know what's been present with me here in this reading. So I can connect with the Spirit guides with option number 3. General messages. What do you need to know, please? Those who chose option number 3. So this is about your place of birth and your cultural origins and patterns. What this means basically is in these keywords is saying, you know, for example, people, and of course, like, there's no racism on my channel. I love everybody, and I am hella mixed. I am Black, Asian, and Caucasian. Okay, so you know, what I'm trying to say is, what this is saying is basically a lot of people from, I don't know, you notice cultural patterns depending on where someone's from, right? Like if you're Mexican, you tend to have that, you tend to have more of a laid back kind of personality, you know, stuff like that. Or just like, you know, being into like you know, you talk to people like it's just like it's casual all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. You know, I grew up in Los Angeles, so you know, basically is what I'm trying to say. That is what this, that's what these keywords are basically saying. So we have the 8 of Wands here. This has a really interesting energy, you guys. I feel a lot of just a lot of defensive energy towards, like, this could have, like, you could be trying to like travel away from your place of birth. Okay, so I feel like you guys are definitely looking into like wanting to leave and travel to different, like have a different residence than where you are from, with this 8 of Wands, and you're very serious about it, and you know, you see that this is like definitely taking place and happening like really fast. Like this is going to happen really soon for you guys. Your spirit guides are confirming this. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, this is about like, this is about struggling to be in your power. You know, you guys definitely need to make sure before you actually go anywhere that your spirit guides are saying, make sure you are in a place of stability for yourself, and that you actually have your needs met, and also you know, you have your money together, and that you are actually in this you know, place of ready to even and for some of you, like, to be a parent, you know, with this King of Pentacles in reverse. So we have the 9 of Cups. I do see that your spirit guides want to let you know that this is something that's going to make you very happy, feel very fulfilled in your life, okay? It's going to feel like everything that has, you know, taken place in your life up until this point is finally coming to an end, and you're finally able to experience the joy and the bliss that you have been longing for so long, okay? That is the message coming through here with this 9 of Cups. With the Page of Wands, this is even more beautiful energy, because I feel as though you guys are going to be embarking on a new journey and a new adventure in your life, something you've never really experienced before, but also something maybe you have always wanted to do since childhood, and now you are on your way to a really beautiful experience. And you know, and your spirit guides are telling you to, like, don't even be afraid to take in all of the beauty, all of the life. You know, it is here for your enjoyment. This is why this experience is coming towards you. With the Hanged Man in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse is saying to me that all of this is probably happening at a really unexpected rate, and I feel that you guys definitely did not see this coming, okay? You probably, especially like, because this is like with this 8 of Wands, this is telling me that this is definitely a lot more around the corner than you realize, especially with this King of Pentacles being in reverse, because you guys are definitely not fully ready for what it is that you were desiring, or at least this is how you were perceiving it. But your spirit guides are wanting you to know that this is definitely around the corner, and also don't be so hard on yourself, because this is something that is going to make you really happy. And your spirit guides want you to be able to enjoy this fully. So here's the King of Cups. Yeah, so it does seem like, you know, for You know, you are in this, you are going to be, your spirit guides are letting you know that you are going to be in this energy of love and deep compassion when you experience this traveling adventure, right? This adventure of wherever you are going, whether this is within your country or in another country of some kind, excuse me. Oh man. And yeah, you guys are going to be really happy. This is a very beautiful experience for you, and I'm really excited for you guys. Feel free to let me know where you're going. So now we're going to look at the third thing that your spirit guides have for you that they would like for you to know at the moment, okay? What else would those who chose option number 3's spirit guides like to say to them right now? What do option number 3 spirit guides want them to know at the moment? Alright. So we have professionalism and what you are the most skilled at, certifications and achievements. Awesome. So it does seem like there is some kind of achievement coming into your life very soon. This can have to do with current achievements that you already have. Excuse me. So let's find out. So, for those who chose option number 3, what do their spirit guides want them to know about this? Okay, I'll take that one, put it to the side for right now. Okay. Alright, so this is what your spirit guides need you to know. Oh my gosh, the 3 of Swords. Okay, so this is starting off a little bit painful. Your spirit guides want you to know that they feel your pain right now. They feel the pain that is going on in your life and what you are going through. They know that it's been really hard, like incredibly hard. Like, okay, let me just say that is an understatement. You guys have been through a lot, okay? I feel it throughout my entire body. Your spirit guides are acknowledging that you have been through a lot in your life, and they want you to know that they are here, that they have been listening to you, and they know that you have been suffering, but this is what they want you to know. They want you to stay strong, okay? With the Page of Swords being here, they know that it's not easy to take, you know, it's like taking the life of a pig, you know, that is not something that comes easy, but sometimes we do things because we have to, you know, and your spirit guides want you to know that you guys are on your way towards achievement. It has been a really hard and difficult journey up until this point, but you guys are on your way towards this achievement, and they want you to stay strong. They know that with this Page of Swords here, you know, you are still learning about your own skills, your own, you know, the kind of, like, you guys probably don't even know exactly what it is that you're going to be certified for, but you know that you're working really hard towards something that is really important to you. However, with the Six of Wands in reverse, you know, you guys are afraid of, you know, ultimately not getting anywhere. You guys are afraid at this time that you are not going to achieve these goals, you know, to become, you know, especially for those of you that are like taking a class, you know, and trying to you know, get certified for what you're doing. You're worrying that you're not going to pass the class and get your degrees. That's another message with this Page of Swords too, especially, you know, that's definitely a card for like being a student in school. Some of you guys are in school right now, so don't be so hard on yourself is a message that's coming through for some of you guys. You really need that right now, for sure. Stop being hard on yourself. I'm telling you, all right, you hear me? with the Chariot here, your spirit guides are telling you that you guys are on the right path and you're moving forward. You know, you are a lot stronger than you even realize, especially to be able to push through, you know, with all of the heartbreak that has taken place in your life. You know, while you have been trying to focus on your career, where you're trying to get in your life, you know, your spirit guides are trying to tell you, first of all, you are strong as hell. And, you know, second of all, you know, don't be afraid of not being successful, because you have already been incredibly successful even up until this point. You just don't see it. You know, you guys are very strong, very headstrong, and your spirit guides need you to continue to push forward with this willpower, okay? We've got the Star. You guys are definitely healing, okay? You've been through so much in your life, which is why you guys are incredibly wise and powerful old souls who understand, you know, despite how young you may appear to the rest of the world, you guys have a lot of wisdom, okay? Your spirit guides need you to understand that you are in a transformation and you are healing, okay? This is a progression from the 7 to the 8. Actually, this is the number, technically. Your spirit guides need you to stay strong. You are healing. You are transforming. Okay? With the Magician in reverse, you guys are still, you know, you are developing. This isn't even just like, for you guys, yeah, it's a skill, it's an ability you have, but it's also something that you are good at in ways that other people are not, okay? It's like, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like how there are a lot of mechanics in the world, but there's that one mechanic that can fix anything. It doesn't even have to be a car. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of skill that you guys have, where you're learning to even see that in yourself, and to believe that you can even do something with this ability. Oh, trust me. Oh, trust me, you will. So the last card, oh my gosh, last card. This is the card that flipped over at the beginning. We've got the Four of Wands. You guys are like, this is a card of celebration and achievement. Like, you guys are on the way to achievement and you don't even realize that, but it's true. And your spirit guides are trying to like nudge you into looking at it from that perspective, okay? Yeah, here's the Seven of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. You know, you guys are feeling very, like, confused about this and kind of, like, even just trying to wrap your head around everything, okay? And I understand that completely. A lot has been going on in your life and in the world. So there's definitely a lot of, like, energy of, you know, you guys being really overwhelmed right now. So to the point where it's hard to ground yourself in reality. That is completely understandable, okay? But just know your spirit guides are telling you, you guys are on your way to success, okay? I'm gonna let you know right now. Let me know too, so I'll subscribe, okay? So before we close out your reading, lastly, we're just gonna get some words of advice from Spirit. Maybe, you know, some things that Spirit would like you to know, some words of encouragement, what you need to know in general. Spirit, what are some words of encouragement that you have for those who chose option number 3? This Athame. Thank you, Spirit. Those who chose option number 3. Okay, we've got face your fear. Release the power of fear, for sure. Release the fear, you guys, because, you know, it's, even if it's hard to see, just know that this is part of your destination. Look, celebration, let go and have fun, for reals, you guys. Like, this is your time. Take a leap of faith. That's amazing. And then at the bottom we have Unicorn. Invite serendipity. Serendipity. I can't speak English, you guys, I swear, and it's my first language. Then again, I do speak Korean, Japanese, a whole bunch of other languages. Why not, right? Okay, so you guys, that is the message I have for you. I hope that this reading was resonant, and I would really love if you left me a comment and let me know how it resonated with you guys. Like this video, please, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you are new, then it was an honor to read for you, and if this is the last time I hear from you, then thank you so much for spending your time with me on my channel. I really, would at the very least love to hear, how my reading affected you and your life. I really appreciate your time. If anyone would love to book a personal reading with me, I do have information in the description box. And also, you can always follow me every day at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the daily reading. Alright, so hope to see you guys soon in the next video, and you guys stay blessed. Bye.